Hey, everybody, grab your bingo cards because we're about to play crazy United States on fire, dumpster fire, bingo. Okay, it is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and all the fathers who are mothers, like my dad was to me. But let's talk about bingo. Well, guess what? I woke up to see a picture of a mostly naked man dancing. Yeah, I know. Right, just bear with me, right? I know look, for those of y'all that are in a different time zone, you may be able to enjoy a drink of your choice. But anyway, the rest of us, put your coffee down because this is crazy. Yes, I woke up to see a video of a mostly naked man who happens to be the new transportation secretary of transportation of the United States, dancing naked, mostly naked. Maybe he was naked. I don't know, but the parts I saw, most of his junk was covered. So does that mean, does that explain something to you about why Newark also went dark this morning? Maybe the air traffic controllers, maybe they piped that image in and the computers broke. I don't know. But if you've got that on your bingo card, congratulations, because you bingoed, right? Okay, let's talk about politics. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic medium and I do political predictions for a living. Is that what I do for a living? Wait a minute. Oh, it's just too complicated to explain. But anyway, no, I do a lot more than that. I actually build communities and I teach and I hopefully inspire people. But right now, this is the part of that job. You know, they say like your job is like, or 20% that's just really hard. Yeah, this is that 20% for me right now because it's hard. It's really hard right now, you guys. So let me explain some things to you. My spirit guides who I'm channeling right now, who are chomping at the bit and wanted me to do this video this morning on Sunday morning. They want to tell you to hold the line, hold the light. I actually have a video named that's probably by now 2 years old because frankly, this shit is getting old, isn't it? But anyway, they want to say bear witness. I thought they were going to say bear with us. Maybe that would mean they were doing something like bear with us because we're currently under construction. No, they're like bear witness. Like y'all stop covering your eyes from the Secretary of Transportation naked body. He does got a nice body if you like that kind of thing, if you're into that kind of thing. But anyway, what? Anyway, bear witness. Okay, okay, right. Okay, so they're going to drop it on us. They're just going to drop it on us like we're ready for this, but we're really not. We're really not. Okay, here's what I want to say. First of all, I do want to preface this by saying everything is going to be okay. Now, I will tell you that I argue with my spirit guides quite a lot. And I get it. I think everything is going to be okay. But I think that the road to okay is going to be not okay. That's what they're trying to tell us right now. So a lot of times I do these videos because forewarned is forearmed. If you know things are going to happen, you can be prepared for them, right? Maybe not so shocked. I don't know. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's bad. I don't know. But I will say to you that the spirit guides warned you a few months ago that everything having to do with transportation was going to fall apart. They said everything, planes, trains, automobiles. They even keep talking about ships and submarines. So here we are. It's all falling apart. A quick rundown of what's happening with the air traffic control screens going blank. Again, this is my psychic hit, my psychic energy, and this is allegedly. Here's what I get that's happening is that there is a man, and we all know who it is, and this man wants a lot of government contracts, and this man wants this government contract, and they have plugged into Newark. They have plugged in, hacked into, whatever you want to call it, Newark Airport, and they are causing the screens to go down to give Republicans talking points so that they can go to their people and say, this is Pete Buttigieg, this is Biden, this is broken. This is why, this is their same playbook. They use it for bringing in contractors in the military. They use it for getting rid of the U.S. Postal Service. They use it for getting vouchers for schools. This is what they do, right? Like they go into the government, they break it so that then they can make it profitable, make it private. Okay, this is what they're doing, except for that this has a level of safety and human safety that is beyond what they would normally do because we have absolute criminals in our administration. So, yes, he has cracked the code. And if you notice, normally, what not normally, but it's normally for a reason. Anyway, what they've been doing in the past is they've been doing this, shutting down the screens so that there's no tracking of airplanes, that the air traffic controller screens go black. They've been doing it in low frequency, low flying, low, activity times. Okay, because they think that it's the safest way to do it, right? But what I see is that this is going to grow from Newark to other airports nearby Newark because it's like a spider web. They can build off of their connection into that airport. They can build like spokes on a wheel around that. Okay. So this might start happening to other airports around within, say, 150 miles or whatever of Newark. Also, other airports. So if you're flying through that area, you really may want to be very careful or rethink your plans. I mean, for entertainment purposes only, you do you, but this is what I'm seeing. Other airports are mostly safe, because most airports, really and truly, people have caught on that there's something odd, something off, and they've added extra precautions or security around their software, redundancy around their software, so that if something should happen, they would be able to catch it. Okay, so, and they meaning this saboteur doesn't have the wherewithal or the anything, the money, the bandwidth, the power, whatever, to do this to 50 airports. They don't have that. It to be stealthy and to be under the radar, they really have to be so careful. They can only do it to a few airports. So I don't see this happening across the United States. They will try to hit another airport on the other side of the country or some other place, one airport, because again, it's a hub with spokes on a wheel that I see. So once you get that airport, you can get other airports within 100 or 200 miles from that airport. So that's how this has to go. It's not like they can blanket the whole country. They have to grab the airport, secure it, meaning hack into it. And then from there, once they get a really good, when they get embedded, then they can move out to other airports. Okay. Now, so I see this. Is this going to be found out? Yes, I think this is going to come to a head. I think there could be a situation where it's too much, like it's just too much. People are like, well, people stop flying out of those airports, right? And then by comparison, hopefully Democrats can get out there and say, well, this airport's not having any trouble. Why is it Newark? I want to call for investigation. I want to call for a forensic software investigation. I want to call for an outside company outside of the United States to investigate this, right? So pressure will be applied. We need more of that, and the Democrats have not been very good about it. But pressure will be applied because there's going to be an even bigger, some sort of near miss or something, or else the pilots refuse to fly. We told you a few months ago that transportation would be under attack. We told you planes, trains, automobiles, submarines, ships, all transportation would be under attack. We told you this a few months ago. And we also told you that when pilots stop, when they start striking, and flight attendants start striking, it's over, right? Like the pilots are going to be like, I'm not getting in that plane and flying into that city. And that's going to grind everything to a halt. And when we get to that point, that's where you're going to see real action taken. I can't rule out that there isn't an accident. I cannot rule that out. The energy is there. And again, if that happens, you will see real action taken. I think that this could come to a head by June or July. mainly July, but maybe like initially in June. So if you're flying out of these areas, I would use a lot of caution, frankly. I think in the end, he says that he had nothing to do with it. I think that there is code, malicious code, are the words I just heard, that points towards his company. And also, I think that there could be a third party company that is under a different ownership. If you understand what I'm saying, when, follow the money, right? It always goes back, but you can create these blind LLCs or these protected LLCs, and we don't know where the money is. We don't know who owns these companies. So I feel like I feel like it's sloppy, though. I feel like he tried to do that, but it's sloppy, and it's discovered. It's discoverable, and it is discovered. We get to this point where, will we believe it, right? This is kind of where we are. Bear witness. Will we be able to witness this? Will we be able to believe this? Will we be able to accept this as truth? Because this is where we are, right? Like, a lot of us are not accepting the truth. And as the truth gets bigger and bigger and more people wake up to the truth, they're going to have this real breakdown of reality for them. And that's going to be scary for a lot of people. And it's going to further create waves of uncertainty, which will cause more problems for our economy. People will stop traveling, people will stop buying, people will start staying home. I mean, this is, the tariffs are one thing, right? That's a big thing. I'm not saying that's not a big thing, but also happening at the same time, if you are not white, you are literally the engine of our country. Our country, it literally is powered by people who are not white. And those people are going to start staying home because they don't have any choice. They literally don't have any choice. They cannot go to their jobs. They cannot. And so all this is breaking down. Can you now see what I'm saying? Like, air travel is not safe. It's not safe for me to go to my job. On top of that, everything is too expensive. I can't buy anything. I'm becoming aware of all of this truth that's making me feel horrible and sad and depressed. And therefore, I'm not going to go out and go shopping or go to that baseball game or go to that, that event. It is sort of a cratering of our confidence. Confidence is everything. If you're confident that when you get in your car, it's going to start, then you're going to plan to go on that trip, right? If you're confident that the red lights are all working, then you're going to get in that car and go on that trip. If you're confident that the plane is safe because of, all the things you've been told and all the things you've seen, then you're going to get on that plane. If you're confident that you're going to get a paycheck, then you're going to go to the job. If you're confident that you can get to your job safely, you're going to get to the job. But if you're not confident about any of that stuff, and all of it's happening at once, then you're going to stay home. You're going to hide. And then prices are going to be so high, you can't buy anything anyway. And that is the definition of stagflation. So this is kind of where we are going this summer. It's not, I don't feel that it's necessarily that all the shelves are empty. Some people are going to have money, and some people are going to buy a $10 tomato. They just are. So they're going to buy things, but the economic engine of our country is what's going to drop out on the side of the road. And that's what's going to stop us, in my opinion, right? So that's what's happening with the flights. I do think that at some point he will be found out. But I want to say this too, because this is kind of fascinating. There is another company involved, and it could be an American company that has gone rogue or has rogue people in it. Like, again, they want to talk about Enron. Like, not all of Enron was crooked, right? Like, some people were like just doing their job, right? Like, they were showing up every day doing their job, but there was obviously people that were literally very crooked. This is what I feel like about this American corporation. There's a corporation that could be involved in this because they feel like they're going to get that government money, like they're going to get that contract. So, and they really stupidly think that they can turn these screens off when, right. So, you know what they just showed me? They're watching, they're circumventing the screen to their screen. Okay. So they know that for 90 seconds, no planes are going to get, entangled. And then when it's done, they switch it back. But the hubris of this, right? The playing God, this idea that I got this, and it's probably a 22-year-old doing it, right? Somebody who doesn't even understand life, who hasn't lived enough life. And oops, well, I thought I got this right, but it turns out these two planes collided. Or oops, I thought I got this right, but this plane had to take emergency evasive maneuver and people got hurt. They're playing God. The spirit guides keep telling me they're playing God, and they're going to be found out. They're going to be found out. So that's what I have going on with the airplanes and and for entertainment purposes only, and allegedly. Okay. And then for the tariffs, China's not playing with us, you guys. These countries are not going to, even if he reduces the tariffs on them, they will the guide said the word retaliate or retaliatory action. So again, playing God, 45, FDT, whatever you want to call him, the criminal, the felon. All these people think they're God. They think that they know better than everybody else, right? Or they're the king bully. And the truth of the matter is that we are a very connected world, right? With all of us being more connected than ever before. And obviously, everything we do in the United States uses parts or materials from other countries. I don't know what we really and truly make 100% in this country. So having said that, even if he does lower the tariffs on them, they're going to retaliate against us because they're busy making deals with other countries. They're busy understanding that the United States has been co-opted or taken over, and they cannot trust us. And in China's energy, they never liked us anyway. So, they'll kick us if we get down. And everybody wants to be the king of the hill. And the United States has been the king of the hill. So this gives all these countries an opportunity to show their non-free citizens that freedom is not something you want, because freedom killed the United States, right? Our free speech killed us. Our free elections killed us, supposedly, right? So it's better if you just have us take care of you, right? We'll take care of you. Even though everything is more expensive for Chinese citizens, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure you can afford it. But yet, those American people are struggling. Like they're really struggling. This is how they're going to ruin us, to show their people who are not free that freedom is not good for them. So this is why, even though he thinks he's playing some game and he's going to go back and say, just kidding, I'm going to lower your tariffs, they're going to say, we're not kidding. We're not kidding. We're going to double tariff you. We're going to do whatever we can to screw you, because now we have you. So I don't see this ending well for FDT, or whatever his name is. FDT. Yeah, right. FDT is, yeah, perfect. Okay, so anyway, in the end result, I think we're going to go through some drops, like on a roller coaster, when your stomach drops out. You know, you've ever experienced that, even on like a elevator or something, or even on an airplane. You lose some elevation and your stomach is up here and you're down there. This is what I feel like. We're going to have some of those moments where we're like, oh my God, right? But the end result is that we are resilient, that the United States is more resilient. We are going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together. And it's all about community. And if you want to know the golden ticket on how to get through this, the golden ticket is community. So if you lose your job and your car breaks down, knowing that, you know, some guy or woman around the corner fixes cars is probably going to be really helpful for you. Okay. Because we are decentralizing from these businesses. This is what the guy said even last year, right? Decentralization. They told you guys Hollywood was going to break down, that YouTube was going to be the new Netflix, right? Look at the decentralization that's happening right now. It really is happening. So it doesn't mean the end. It means pivot. It means turn a different way. It also means that rich people are going to have money. We already told you, if a tomato is $10, people are going to buy it. And you're going to say, Susan, but I can't buy it. But the person that bought the $10 tomato is somebody that you can get help from, that you can know that that person has that money and they're going to be contributing to the food pantry or to whatever. Or maybe you pivot and take that hobby or passion that you have and you help that person that has the money. And they talk to me about this all the time, you guys. I kid you not, like all day, all night. So I'm going to have to just do a video about this whole thing. But listen, we all have something that we're really good at, but we don't know we're really good at it because it's so natural to us. Let's say you're a person that just loves butterflies. Like you just like, that's your thing. You know, you could actually make that into an ebook for free and sell it to homeschoolers. You know what I mean? Like, do you know that you could offer to take butterfly trips or create a butterfly habitat in your backyard and offer for homeschoolers to come look at butterflies? There are ways to monetize what you love. If you know how to crochet, you could start off doing crocheting online or offer to teach people crochet in the library. There's ways to make money. Okay, so if you are on Social Security, you're retired, there's still ways for you to take something that you know, some weird thing that you just know, and use it to help other people learn about it. Okay, so don't forget that. And the last thing I'll say is that I do see hot dinners being provided. This specifically, hot dinners being provided for free for anyone. You don't have to show anything. You just show up and you get a free hot dinner. And I see this being provided by like the Elks Club, the VFW, but I also see it being provided by churches. I see it being provided at community centers. I even see it being provided at local parks. So if food gets to be so expensive that you are food insecure, I can tell you that there will be help. It's about community. This is the golden ticket. This is how we learn all of this, is about community. Is I need food, but I don't like to see people. I don't like to be outside. But going outside and meeting people would actually be really good for you. It would also prove to other people that there's a need and also give them a chance to be humble. Okay, so you're not just doing it because you need food. You're showing up because the person serving you the food feels good for having helped you, which is community. Okay, but not only that, the person who can afford the $10 tomato is going to give $300 to this dinner. Then they feel good. And then in this way, we're all connected and we're all helping each other. And instead of saying that person is rich, they can afford a $20 tomato, screw off, we allow that person to be human, to give back. And we create the circle of life. We create the community. That is the reason. The reason all of this is happening is because of community. The fact that they're plucking people off of the street who aren't white, but yet white people are surrounding ICE like they did in Massachusetts. And ICE actually had to call the police to protect themselves because people circled them and said, no, right? This is not going to happen. Community. This is how we get through this faster, is by standing together, protecting each other, feeding each other, teaching each other, helping each other. So yeah, maybe this business is out of business, or maybe you lost your job, but you're going to find a job because of community. Okay? Really and truly, I promise you guys, this is how we get through this. The faster we learn this lesson, the faster we get through it. And it also means community comes together and shuns those who don't match the ethos or the social norms of the community. So if your community, ranks together and then shuns somebody, then that's fine. That's for the greater good of the community. Okay. So I'm not saying that you have to bring fascists into your community. I'm not saying that at all. That's not at all what I'm saying. If somebody shows up with good intent and truly wants to help, then find a way to connect with that person, even if that person is not somebody you normally would connect with. That's the growth. That's the soul expanding and growing. Okay. Having said that, I'm going to end this video. If you can't tell, I am traveling. I'm traveling throughout the country to my final destination, which sounds a little, but anyway, that's okay. I don't care. So yeah, I will continue to do videos, but it is hard to see things that are happening that may or may not happen. And I have to sit with it, right? Like I see it. I have to accept that it's a possibility, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. So the energy is just really hard on psychics and probably on you too, right? Because you feel the energy and you're like, wow, the energy is so heavy. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. That's the energy, right? But what they just said was get with community. If you want to feel better, find someone to do something with, or go to the library, or go to an event, go to free events, anything at all. Just sit at a coffee shop, right? Just around people. Just be around people. Humans are tribal. We're supposed to be around community. That will make you feel better, okay? But I will be here off and on as I'm traveling. I will be popping on to do videos. I am on Threads. I am on Blue Sky. If you're on Threads, you see me post all the time like a mad lady. Last thing I will say is you are invited. Talk about community. You are invited to a free community that I have online called Lighthouse Keepers Crew. It's 100% free. You just go to my website, SusanLynnMedium.com, and you'll see memberships or online community or something. Click on that and join it, because it's not really safe in a lot of ways, right? Like, where do you find community? It's not safe out there because you can't talk about the things you want to talk about. There's trolls, there's people who find out where you live, or it just makes your blood pressure go up, right? And it makes you feel sad and upset. I created a free online community just so you would have a place to hang out. And it is fantastic. I'm going to tell you right now, it is a place that I am proud that I created. And it's like, I don't know, maybe over 2,000 people there now. And, you don't even have to post anything. You can just lurk and hang out. That's cool too, right? We don't care. It's fine. Whatever you want to do. If you want more than that, I do have a paid community for $12 a month. You can join, you can cancel anytime you want. And that community gets about, say 7 or 8 hours a month of me being there with you. One session I'm doing readings, another session I'm doing an event called Soul Growth Sunday, where my spirit guides ask us questions and we use oracle cards and tarot cards to journal and discover more about ourselves, because the question the spirit guides prompted. And if you get hung up, I'm there to answer So it's actually like readings as well. Also, the third thing I do is I have outside professionals that are astrologers, numerologists, psychics, mediums, healers, energy workers come in and talk to the group and give 1 hour free, free if you're in the group presentations, right? And then plus you get to support each other. And I actually have a whole section in the free, a whole section in the premium community that's $12 a month that is called Democracy Dialogue. So there's a whole section dedicated strictly to politics. And then there's another section completely that is politics free. So yeah, there's all that there for you. Whatever you want to know about, just go to my website, SusanLynnMedium.com. Take really good care of yourself. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. Even if you have to fly in and out of Newark. Thousands of flights will go in and out of Newark and nothing will happen. Okay. It's just that if you have to fly out of there all the time, then, know that you're protected and guided and, ask for that protection and guidance, right? If you don't have to fly out of there, maybe skip it, right? That's just what I would say to you about that. I am Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic medium, spirit navigator. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you again really soon. For entertainment purposes only,